This is episode 372 of Cozy Conversations with the Sister Project, take 1.
Good job.
Thank you. I'm so hot.
I thought you are
so hot.
You're looking a little clammy now. Are you having a flash?
No, it is
hot
warmer
in
here.
It is warmer. It's getting hot in here. Let's take off all our clothes. I can't get
Who is that? Who is that guy?
I'm going to take my clothes off.
What was that guy?
It's getting hot in here. So take off all your clothes.
50 Cent. No, it wasn't 50 Cent. It was not Slim Shady. What's his name? Who did that song?
Did SNL ever do a skit with them?
Probably.
The church lady?
The church ladies. No. You guys, it's the guy that
Ja
used to...
Rule?
No, he wore the thing underneath his...
The eye black?
No.
50 Cent?
No.
Okay.
No, I don't know. Okay. All right. Let's get everyone on board. Oh, God, now it's pissing me off. We'll figure
It'll come to you.
It'll come to you. I don't know where. No.
Nas?
No.
Snaz?
No. Do you have everything you need? Okay. All right.
Oh, my God.
We're back in the saddle after a
nice
2-week vacation. Well, it's actually 3 weeks.
3-week recordings.
Yeah.
And it was a delightful respite.
Wasn't it?
Yes. We need it.
Yeah,
everybody needs it.
It felt very European of us. Like I literally didn't work.
No, same. And also lost track of time.
Didn't stress either. I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to suck my thumb over this.
Yep. There was a lot of me saying no one's going to die if that doesn't happen. And also, I don't care.
That, you know what?
Not if they die.
No.
We don't want anyone to perish.
No. We don't want anyone to perish. But that leads me to, we have a new segment that we are bringing into Cozy Convos. But first, I thought it would be fun to disclose what we are sipping on today. So this is a tried and true green tea. Actually, our sister Nicole has been talking about this one for years. It is the Kirkland Signature Green Tea. And I think it's like a blend of green tea with matcha.
Mm-hmm. You can see the like matcha powder. Are you sure to shake the powder after you open up the tea bag?
And then
there's residual powder in there. It's always good. Sister Nicole.
Dude, have you tasted it yet?
Let me taste.
It's so good and clean.
Oh my God. This is just what the doctor ordered after my 4 shots of espresso to get
delicious,
me here.
though?
Yeah, it is.
And
you know what I like about it? It's more smooth. It's not as bitter.
No, and it's green. I did a green tea bag not that long ago, and it was brown. And I'm like, why is that?
Green,
that seems different.
Old green leaves, old tea leaves, old brown green tea, dead green tea.
As we know, there's so many. I love anytime I eat something, especially if I know it's good for you. I'm like, what are the health benefits?
Oh, that's good. At least someone's doing that around here.
So I'm just going to throw some at you.
Let me have it.
Rich in antioxidants.
Oh. Always can use those.
They fight cell damage, improve brain function. As we know, anytime we hear brain function,
give us more.
Give us more. So I've been drinking like 1 a day. It has L-theanine.
And that's good because the box at Costco is so big, you could drink 1 a day for the next 472 years.
Why is it so big?
It's Costco.
It's so big.
Which my friend Colleen says is the greatest store on planet Earth.
It's too much for me. I get like 3 things when I go there. I don't know how people stop. Well, I think if you have a bigger family, it makes sense, obviously. But like
we shop there for our paper goods, paper towels, dish soap, laundry detergent, things like that.
Will you be getting a box of this green tea? Do you like it that much?
Maybe. Well, you know I do whatever you do. So unless you could spare some bags, which you can. Because you got them at Costco.
There's a huge box. What else we got going on? It helps control blood sugar, weight management by boosting metabolism, support heart health. It could help reduce risks of certain cancers and neurological diseases.
Hang on a second. Cheers to us.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year whips.
Slug this down. Oh my God, my brain thanks you.
Oh my God, so yummy.
Yeah, it is.
So Michelle and I, it's funny. We weren't working for 3 weeks, and we really kind of vacationed from each other as well.
Didn't talk
barely,
and I
so
kind of
weird. And I'm like, is she mad at me?
The fuck? You know what? It's a nice...
You like literally don't respond to text messages.
Don't take it personally. You're not the only one. I was just on the pickle court with my bandmate Mel and a couple other folks, Ryan. And
do they call you out on it?
Well, Mel she didn't call me out on it, but we were talking about texting and I said that I didn't respond to that. And then I was like, well, that's kind of my thing. I don't respond. And I'm like, you know what? You want to talk to me? Come see me in real time.
Okay, come on. I can't. Like, I will literally text you something and then I just keep assaulting you with text.
Because this is the thing, though, and because when we text, we forget that the person on the receiving end, we have no idea what that person is doing. So that person could see that text in a moment, but be really busy. Or that person could see that text in a moment and really just not give a fuck.
No, and that's you. And you have the red receipt on too.
I turned it off. I will show you. Oh my God, you guys.
So I know when you see my text.
But the thing that's so annoying though is even if I see it, it doesn't mean necessarily that I've read it. It just means that it came up, I clicked it and was like, moving on.
I know.
It's bad.
I've had to do a lot of rewiring myself to understand your text behavior.
Etiquette. Well, it goes back to that whole like constant connect and this immediate gratification. Like, get over it is really what I want to say, because I'm just never going to be that person. I also think that it has a lot to do with my ADD, and I'd love for ADHDers to respond to this thought. If I see like a long-winded, lot of words text, I've even said it to some people. I need less words.
So would you like a text message that has like, bulleted. You want someone to bullet it.
Yep. Or if it's really important.
Agreed.
Thank you.
This is someone
Although
who
I've been known to send long texts, so sometimes I'll chunk them out, but...
Listen, get me in person and I'm 95% fully attention, except for the few blackouts. Again.
And we might have one here today. We'll see.
This is me.
So, and I love
this
you
is
the
us.
way that you are.
Listen, I love you, and I'm really glad that one of us here is really good about being responsive.
Not to everybody.
Yeah, same.
But to
most.
I try.
Courteous, you're a thoughtful responder.
I try.
You really try.
We have a funny other text message with our sisters, and no one really responds to me. It's okay.
And it goes back to the middle child, and you're totally just not being paid attention to. And you'd think at this point you'd be used to it, but you still say, thanks for responding, guys.
Like,
and no one responds. I'm not going to lie. Sometimes I respond as a charity case to your texts.
It's amazing. So the one time Michelle and I did meet up over our holiday break.
Was for Christmas?
Well, Christmas, and then we had one meeting.
That's right.
We had 1 year, we did a year in review and then a goal setting meeting, which was amazing. And then we kind of just sat and kind of thought about cozy conversations. Is there anything we want to add, take away? And we wanted to add one thing. So you guys, welcome to our new segment. What are you caring less about?
Ding, ding, ding.
Can I go first? Mine's short and sweet.
Please.
I was caring less about, this happened recently. I started retinol.
Your skin looks incredible.
Oh, thank you. I just started, the pea size amount.
Can you tell me what the purpose of retinol is?
I think it's to help kind of get rid of any dead skin cells.
Helps with fine lines.
It's just, it's my attempt at anti-aging. And when I say anti-aging, I would rather say it's my attempt at having better looking skin. I don't care if it's aging. I love it to look moisturized.
It looks very supple.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So I started doing that. And with retinol, this happened to me when I was probably like a freshman or sophomore in high school.
Did you get a wax?
Because I was using Differin in high school. Do you remember that?
Differin. Yes, my kids use it.
I think, it's another, that one was
like
more
an over-the-counter. It's an
over-the-counter
acne treatment.
And all of these,
it has a very minimal amount of retinol.
At the time, it was prescription.
Got it.
It was not over-the-counter.
Okay.
So, and all of these things like thin your skin a little bit. With retinol, you peel, and that's the good sign. Anyways, back in 12th grade, and then also just 2 weeks ago, I was waxing my mustache. I just do it at home.
Yeah.
The nads strips, you just warm them up in your hands and you paste them on your lips and you rip them off.
But you forgot you started your new regimen.
Yes, and so I had a mustache scab.
Oh, no, are you serious? Do you have any? Did you take?
No, it was. But you could see it was red. It looked like like those burns you get from waxing.
Yes, Mia once experienced that when she waxed her eyebrows.
Was she on a different?
She has a prescription.
Yeah, you got to be super careful with that. But I decided that I didn't give a shit. I was like, I don't care because I'd rather have a mustache scab
than a mustache. Lauren, let that be the statement of the year.
Because I have learned my lesson so much that I carry around tweezers with me.
Same.
Like, this is my pro tip for anyone over the age of 40. At this point in your life, just always have a pair of tweezers on you.
Because overnight, You could go to sleep with a clear upper lip and wake up in the morning with a whisker you could bead.
Or I hate that. I hate that you could beat it, but it's so
And
true.
I hate the word whisker.
And I hate that it's a harder hair. Why is it?
Thick
And
like
then
rope.
you find yourself
No, we're not
fingering
doing
it,
that. We're
fingering
not
it.
doing that. That's why we have
And
the tweezer.
that's when you take me into the rest home.
when you start fingering your beard hair.
Rubbing. You better be watching this on YouTube, listener, because if you see what I'm doing,
You know.
just because everyone gets that one hair somewhere.
Yep.
And then you forget your tweezer, so then you just start playing with it.
So then what you're doing is you're wazing the nearest Walgreens. So you can find.
We were actually on our way somewhere to meet friends, and I noticed like a whisker, and I was like, pull over. I can't go to meet these friends.
I hate it.
Because we're going to be outside, the sun is shining,
Yep.
and someone's going to see that black mustache hair.
I just did some surgery this morning to remove some facial hair.
So, and by the way, I want to, and with that being said, I've also cared less about waxing my eyebrows. I'm not waxing them anymore. I'm just drawing them in and tweezing whatever needs to be tweezed. They might be a little bit intense.
No,
but I'm
they're
going
not
with
at
it.
all. They look good.
Have you ever waxed your nose though?
No, but I've
dying
certainly
to do
watched
it.
many
TikToks?
torturous TikToks of gentlemen getting their ear holes, their ears, their noses.
I want to do my nose, so I'm going to do it. That's going to be the one thing I wax anytime soon by a professional.
There's nothing that's more nauseating. A mustache is bad, but nose hair is. That's when you are reminded that you've crossed into a different age bracket.
Just, it's not too bad. What are you caring less about?
Well, I spent the majority of break, as we just discussed, not caring really about anything. And then as the days led up to the kids getting back into school, I noticed my TikTok feed and getting just ramping up with all of the things that juniors in high schools need to be doing if they want to get into college. ACT prep, essay writing, clubs and volunteers
Tutors.
and leaders and tutors. I'm done.
You're
I
done.
am done caring. I'm not quitting as a parent. I am not.
You're just not.
I'm not quitting as a parent.
You're not going to.
I'm not letting my blood pressure spike for another minute over every single talking head on Instagram and
God.
TikTok suggestion. Guess what? You want to know what I know what? My kids are going to go to college and we're going to leave it at that.
I mean, isn't that the truth?
I can't. Because it's like anything. It's the comparing game. It's the.
It's so exhausting.
It will put me in a rest home if I lean into it.
I'm so glad you're caring less about this because we've talked about the extent in which you've cared a lot because it's as a parent, I'm assuming you feel like you have a lot of pressure to be really involved with that. But at the same time, I think that you care, but you're caring less about what all these motherfuckers are telling you to do. Like, it's almost like caring. It's like the social media, the impact of that is just so overwhelming.
It's too much.
It's too much.
It's just too much. And I'm just going to I'm going to trust myself and trust in my kids' efforts.
Hell yeah.
And all of the things that they
and
are
and
doing.
y'all are working so hard.
Let's focus on what everyone is doing instead of what they aren't. And if a college decides that they're not good enough, their loss.
I love it. That's wonderful.
Now, I don't know if that's going to translate to my kids because 16, 17-year-old juniors in high school feel the pressure. I'm living it double time right now because I've got twins as juniors, but when they're 47, they'll understand the benefits to caring less.
The book that you recommended to me, The Danish Way of Parenting, would probably say that you're doing exactly the right way of doing it.
Trying.
Yeah, which is not overly stressing because they're going to have enough stress and they need someone in their life to kind of be like that North Star of like, being centered and grounded. Because if you get elevated with them, you're just going to be, it's going to be a hot mess.
It's contagious. That anxiety is contagious.
Yes.
I a couple of days ago, I told my kids, I said, I'm going to tell, gentle reminder, good luck on your last semester of your second semester of your junior year. Also, guys, no pressure, but so it is the most important semester of your career. Just want to make sure, because no one told me that.
Yeah, you should know that.
So they should
I
know
didn't
that.
know that.
Okay, I had no idea.
Had no idea.
And also, I, lead with, these are some of the areas that I think that you guys could fill some gaps, but that's on you. I have shared that information with you. This is your journey and it is up to you. I'm here as a support system, whatever you need, but I'm not going to lose sleep, break my back over. We're going to just do our best and you guys decide what that is and we'll follow your lead.
Bravo.
Right?
Best of luck.
Parents are probably listening like, what a loser you are.
No, they're probably, I'm hoping some of them walk away going,
Terrible
oh my God.
mother.
Nope. You're caring less about it. And that's okay.
You know,
and that's
care
why,
so much, but
yeah, that's why we started the segment because
Exactly.
we're proudly caring less about some things.
I love this segment and I'm excited to continue this.
Yeah,
as
we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm going to still start caring less about.
Yeah,
A whole
and
boatload
listener
of things.
and whiffs right in. What are you caring less about in 2026? Let's hear it.
Anthony, are you caring less about anything? Director, producer, cameraman, lighting guy over there.
I mean, I would say I'm going to try and care less about the political landscape, but still trying to care.
We talked about this. This was part of our New Year's conversation.
Not getting triggered so much.
Because it's not healthy.
No, it's not.
It's not good for your cortisol.
No, it's not good for anything.
No.
Unless you
And
put that.
also it's what the political parties, or I don't even know how to say it. I feel like that's what is wanted is for people to be under distress constantly, and you by not
it exhausts
by
us.
combating that, by not letting it, is like you've got the upper hand in the situation.
They say that joy is the best revenge during moments like this in this political climate. Also, what was his name? And forgive me. Get into good trouble. Like do something that will make you feel like you're doing something good to help the landscape.
Yeah. God, why am I blanking on his name?
I know because
Get into good trouble. Is that the name of a podcast or something?
No,
Well, Good Trouble is an account, but Good Trouble it stems from
guys.
it
was a black civil rights gentleman.
Senator. He passed away? Was it 2 years ago?
John Lewis, Representative John Lewis. There we go. Good trouble, necessary trouble is a famous phrase by civil rights leader John Lewis, meaning to get involved in nonviolent, constructive disruption or protest, just anything you need to do.
Good trouble. I love
it's
that.
cool. It's a good way of thinking about it. Because we obviously care a lot, but you can't get consumed by it. So you got to care a little less.
Love it.
Yeah. And
Care a little more
if they
influence.
decide to kick you out of the country for it one day, it's okay. I get Good Trouble.
Care less.
Yeah. I'll be fine somewhere else.
You'll be fine.
So Michelle, that brings me right into like the new year. Like Anthony and I, we did a little New Year's recap. I came up with a doc for us that we filled out. And it was really a lot of focusing on the previous year and what are some of our thoughts for the new year. So we did do kind of like a collective and also individual,
like a post-year reflection.
Yeah, and a new year. What do we want more of in the new year? It wasn't really. There was small intention setting, but it wasn't about just only intentions and resolutions. Actually, I'm sorry. It was more about intention setting and less about like resolutions.
I think that's what I like to do more, is be more reflective and not make these like hard nosed, like this is what I'm doing starting on January 1. Like that doesn't really work and what have you. I like more of the reflection and then what do I want more of? Something that I did see right at the new year was I started following this Buddhist monk who, by the way, have you guys been watching the Walk for Peace? I think it's like, you haven't seen the monks that
are walking across the country.
Yes.
Well, it started with that. So I started watching and following these monks with their dog, and it's just really something to see. If you want to like change your algo a little bit on Instagram, look them up, and then you start getting Buddhism tips and advice.
Yeah.
And one of the ones that I received was best case scenario. And this Buddhist monk is sitting there. He's a 83-year-old monk, and he's talking about like how our brains have the ability to go down the
Negative
scary
Nancy.
worry rabbit hole.
Well, and also because the algorithm knows that feeds off of that.
Yes. Well, but also yes, it feeds off of that. But he was just saying that, and that is what our brains are constructed to do,
because
is to
the reptilian brain.
Yes,
it's a protective measure.
Protect, from like the saber-toothed tiger, blah, 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 all these things. But he was like, now is the time that you start training your brain best case scenario. If you go right to worry, exact opposite. So I will say that my moving into 2026 my mindset is best case scenario.
I love that.
I know, it's It's a game changer.
Now, I was always taught
Not toxic positivity.
in business to always prepare for the worst case scenario. Will you be applying best case scenario to your business?
Yeah, to everything
as well?
Everything. I mean, worst case scenarios happen, but like, why not? I feel like the best case scenario is a way of looking at opportunities and wants in life with a lens that's a little bit more empowered.
Yeah, and it has a little bit of a manifestation arm to it.
Yeah, exactly. Instead of being like, what if they say no? Or I don't fucking care. It's the best case scenario is that they say yes and that this brings us up a notch.
Badass. And I mean, since our mantra this year at the Sister Project is let's make 2026 our bitch, I feel like that really leans into best case scenario thinking.
And I would love for any whiff out there who needs that kind of empowerment
Gusto.
to take, that gusto, make 2026 your bitch in whatever way that you need to.
Love it.
Love it. What did you do for your New Year's? I know that you did something
a little bit different. So this was kind of a riff off of, I think maybe Lisa Gio inspired this, our friend over at the author of Find Your Clear Vision. This is like a pagan ritual where what she was going to do was on every day for the 12 late days leading up to the new year, we're going to write down a word of something that we wanted to focus on or really lean into. And then on the eve of the new year, burn 11 of those papers.
Cool.
And the 12th one will be your focus.
Okay.
So Peggy, who many listeners know well by now, is my friend and neighbor, and we did something a little bit different. So we spent a couple of weeks reflecting together about our words. Some of them we shared, some of them were different, what have you. And on New Year's Eve, we wrote our own 12 words on flame retardant paper, we learned, which was...
Wait, why? Because it wasn't burning?
It was real hard to burn. She was like, what kind of
paper
bullshit?
was it?
They were like thick,
That's
just
amazing.
note cards.
Yep. It
And
just took
it
a
was
while.
Hilarious.
That's amazing.
And so we burned 11 words, and the 12th word was our focus. So, for example, here are the words that I had listed that were on my list. Accessorize. I am a pretty plain Jane. I wanted to focus on maybe in the new year having a little more fun and being a little bit more playful with my accessories. As you can see here, it wasn't my word.
Well, I see a brooch. That's what you could put right
Something.
like a cool. You need to start going to vintage shops because that way you can accessorize a little bit more economically.
And I'm also thinking like maybe belts and
all these different
like,
ways. Go to a vintage shop. Go to like Jackson, whatever it is.
Before it's shut down.
I know. I see the drama there.
Anyway,
Tell
just
us more.
a few, tiny details, cataloging moments, lineage, trusting myself, thoughtful curation, decluttering and purging, refresh and replenish, consume with care, okay? Going more analog. And then my word of the year is correspondence. That is the word that was not burned.
Wait, really?
Yes. And what's even crazier is that morning I finished the correspondent.
Okay, that is the universe showing its magic.
So cool.
That is super cool.
So, inspired by this book, and we're going to talk about this later, to write more and connect more in that fashion. I'm going to, and have already, I told you yesterday I spent $45, which we're going to send letters, but I was sending little things with letters, but gonna just be corresponding and inviting people to correspond with me. And I have plans to ask some questions and learn some things from some of my recipients. We're gonna have some fun with it.
So cool.
Yeah.
I cannot get over the fact that your word.
I freaked out. I was like, I hope it's that one. I hope it's that one. I hope it's that one.
Yeah.
And then when I opened it, I was like, well, this is the universe
magic
saying
super, super cool.
Right?
Okay, so another thing that I'm doing this year too that I wanted to share is being a bit of a tourist here in Chicago. And
you could open like a Chicago tourism agency.
A bureau.
You could.
It's been so fun. And listen, you could do this anywhere you live. Go to the neighboring towns or take a 20-minute ride and go a little bit further. And I just want to give a couple shout outs to a couple places that we have gone to and have been mind blown. The first one is the Balloon Museum. And I know that sounds cheesy. It is so the opposite of cheesy.
Okay, so this wasn't like a Instagram.
There are photos that you can. No, it's not like you stop and say cheese. It's an art installation.
Okay,
Of art. I mean,
how long is this art installation?
It took about an
going?
hour and a half to go through.
How long is it available?
Oh, I
Is this
think
a
it goes till
permanent-
April-ish.
Okay, cool.
So this one,
it's huge. It is huge.
It's in a warehouse.
Yeah.
I think it was your idea to go to it that day.
Yeah. But it's like, I don't even think you could put it anywhere in the city. Like it's an enormous, it would have to be here for months because how big it is. Like
It's the first of its kind touring balloon museum.
That's so cool.
And this one's called Emotionaire.
Cool.
And you will become, and I highly recommend when you go to read the descriptions of the different phases you walk through, because it invokes a lot more of the thinking process. And I became emotional a couple times because it really helps you tap into like childhood and like memories and creativity.
Totally.
There's at one point you get like cattled in and you get into this huge giant ball pit, and it's not to jump around and to play, although like Luna was having fun doing that. It's kind of to relax, and it's a light show. It's a music show. It is unbelievable.
Super cool.
If you have psilocybin or mushrooms on hand, take them because you will get your mind blown. So check out the Balloon Museum. Bartuto is open in the Fulton Market.
Is this where you said is the best coffee in
Oh
Chicago?
my God. Clip. I've been waiting for a place like this to open. It's super Italian. It's by the same people that did Rosemary in Fulton Market and a couple other restaurants, but it is so rooted in the Italian culture of like a cafe.
Are you getting a stand-up espresso?
Not so much the stand-up. It's not like a bar, like that kind. It's more like it. And I wish we had more of those, but it just has this vibe to it, and the food is unbelievable.
Give me a sample. What'd you nibble on?
Same owner as Rosemary.
That's what I said.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but what did we eat that we loved?
What did you eat?
My tortellini and brodo.
Oh yeah, and I had the mortadella sandwich.
Oh,
really
F
good.
you.
And that's the thing, simple ingredients. You're not looking at like a plate of like stuff with a bunch of shit on it. Like, this is probably, like overly cheesy. It's simplified. It's filling. It's stunning.
When are we going?
It kind of reminds me of, it does remind me of being in Italy though.
It does. It reminds me, it does. I mean, it's just, and they serve Cafe Umbria espresso, which is my favorite espresso in the city. I found that
and
out.
it's much better than espresso.
Yeah, no, we don't say espresso. And then lastly,
why not?
Money can't buy grass.
Stop. And then lastly, the Montrose Bird Sanctuary. Now this is free at $99.
Had no idea this existed.
I found out about it when you played with the pigs up at Montrose Beach over
No
the summer.
kidding.
And Maggie, my friend Maggie, was with us, and she was like, "Oh yeah, this is the bird sanctuary." And I'm like, "What are you talking
Now,
about?"
when you say sanctuary, is this like an enclosed
No,
habitat?
It's almost like a mini forest preserve at the
Beach.
the lakes. Lakefront. And I saw a coyote,
Yep.
a gigantic hawk,
Cardinals.
and then cardinals everyone. They're so fat and chunky right now. They're beautiful. I mean, they whirl around you.
I feel
amazing.
like that is a spot I need to put on my
Bucket list.
my field trippers list of things to do.
It should be, and I would highly recommend going during the winter season because I feel like you get a little bit of a different kind of vibe.
Oh, for sure.
Really, really pretty.
Stunning.
It's stunning. And then
There's nothing more beautiful than seeing a vibrant red cardinal
on the
stick
gray,
branches
yes.
with the white around it.
And
like
you won't see one. You'll see 15 or 20. It's really remarkable. So that's what I've been doing
Wow.
is trying to go to different areas. And TikTok has been helping. My algorithm is all Chicago. So I get like
Love
really
that.
random suggestions. Yeah, because all I want to do in my life is travel. And I'm not a professional traveler. So I've decided to inject that into where I live.
Yeah.
And it's working.
I'm going to actually go check out all of these places you suggested, especially because I spent the majority of my Christmas break in. Are you
Bed
curious to
rotting?
hear about high school gymnasiums? Like which ones I really thought were like
What's your favorite?
beautiful? I mean, as a proud LTHS Lion, I shouldn't say that our rival Hinsdale Central as the best spot for spectating wrestling.
Wow.
I know,
Okay.
I know. There you
This
go.
is really good to know.
Yep.
So the
And
next time
if
I'm looking to
you're-
spectate
So while you're looking at Red
some
Cardinals,
grapplers.
I'm in the Red Devils gymnasium thinking to myself, gosh, I wish LT had something like this. Yep. There you go. Thank you. Thank you, listener. Thank you, Lauren. Thank you, Anthony. I'm here all day if you guys need some tips and travel tips. I've got them all.
So I did not know that you were going there. Thank
Yep,
you for that.
You're welcome.
Before we move into our hot topic, I wanted to share something that I've been noticing here in the city.
Oh,
A lot of fur jackets.
have you now?
Everywhere. And my sister-in-law and my brother-in-law were downtown as well. And they said that they saw fur jackets everywhere. And I mean, I've never seen as many as I've been
So
seeing.
are you feeling more pushed to wear mom's first?
I wear mine almost every day. I don't wear her like Joan Collins one. I wear like the little black kind of, or the brown one. And A, it's really comfortable. B, it's vintage. I mean, listen, I'm not here to judge people how they spend their
wearing a
money
mink.
and if they buy a new one. But I will say that I went to a couple vintage shops, and there's also the Randolph Street Vintage Market. You can go buy a vintage fur for a fraction of the cost and rock that bad bitch.
And you could also you could get a Newly subscription for $99
Do they
a
have
month.
fur?
Faux fur.
Okay.
But I mean, faux
No, I'm
fur.
talking fur.
I know, but if somebody doesn't want to wear the fur,
Dead animal.
dead animal,
I won't eat it, but I'll wear it.
oh, yes, you will. And you wear it well. I considered getting a faux fur just to amp up my style. There was one on my hanger.
Did you not do it?
I didn't do it.
Why?
Because
Too big, too much.
Because that's just, I decided that that's just not who I am.
Okay,
like
cool.
I'm just, that's not my style.
I get it.
But I sure thought they were cool. There was
Cool.
one in particular that you could have rocked and would have looked like Sarah Jessica Parker.
Well,
And-
it's just, they're so warm. They really are. In fact,
well, that's how the
I feel it kind of primal.
yeah,
like
that's
I
how
feel,
they survived.
Well, I have a wonderful student at where I teach, and she's, I think, in her mid 70s, and she's such a cool lady. And she saw me wearing mine, and she's like, I have one from when I gave birth to my daughter or something. And she showed up in class the next day wearing
You
it.
inspired
She said
her.
I inspired her, and just like mom, she has her name
That's so
inscribed.
cool.
Yeah, it was cool, and I loved it. It was her vintage jacket just been hanging there, and she shared that she was a little worried about what people might think. I'm like, who fucking cares what people think?
do you?
It's a fur jacket, and it's 7 degrees outside. Is it warm? Yeah, put it on.
Yeah,
So there's that.
love that.
So, this whole caring less about, you were talking about the ACT and whatnot, and seeing what's on social media is bringing us right into our hot topic.
Wonderful.
And this was on I started seeing this trend, or this reclamation, this revolution, if you will, of people announcing that 2026 is the year we go analog.
Here for it.
And at first I was like, it seems like maybe it's kind of like, how there's
Trendy,
always-
hokey, trendy.
Yeah, kind of like, let's
Jumping
write on
on.
our journal more. And I don't think that's cheesy. I love that idea. I just wasn't sure, is this something that's really going to happen? And the more that you and I read about it, I think that people are starving for less social media, less posting of really private moments. And so let's first talk about, we'll get into the thickness of it, but to kick things off, what I found was that there is a significant cultural push for people to embrace more analog activities and wanting to move away from the constant digital immersion to be more grounded, tactile, have more intentional experiences, because we are now driven by fatigue and
the
screen
fatigue
time.
has set in. We are, I feel like, at a bubble burst.
We are.
Point.
And in fact, over Christmas, I also found that so many people were making, so many people were crafting, people that I know, you, me, other people that we follow, and also people who I've never seen before. Just so much making was in my feed, which I was so thrilled to see. And I was like, okay, wow, there's a lot of people doing a lot more with hands, it seems. To keep going with this idea of going analog, because people are, as you said, exhausted. As I said, exhausted. You said the bubble's bursting because we are desiring deeper focus and connection because the phone has taken over our brains, social lives, attention spans, connections or lack thereof with others.
Yeah.
And 2026 seems to be a bit of a reckoning,
Hell yes.
which I'm so excited for.
I mean, if you compare, if you really step outside yourself and observe the way you feel in a doom scroll scenario to how you feel when you are doing a craft, making a puzzle, reading a book, you can't, the comparison, you can't not feel the difference.
Yeah.
Like there is zero anxiety when you are trying to find two puzzle pieces to match on your dining room table.
Yeah.
As opposed to when you're scrolling
Oh my God.
and all you're seeing is the ACT lady tell you that this is what you need. There is zero anxiety in slicing paper and stapling them and making a colorful chain link.
gorgeous.
That is the gift that keeps on giving.
Really
Versus listening to some talking head tell you about the political state in our country or elsewhere.
And it's so consuming. I think between the, I think there's like it's like almost like a trifecta of political awareness exhaustion.
Yeah.
And it's so intense and it's so heavy. And we're all being fed different algorithms, by the way. So what I'm seeing is putting a lens of perspective on what I see as the world, when Johnny over here is living in the same place as I am, but having a completely different perspective and life experience because of what he's seeing. And that just keeps going. So that's fucked up, okay?
Yep.
Then we've got that. Then we have the people who spend so much time on the platforms who are putting their lives out there from the minute they wake up to what necklace they're wearing, to what they fed their kids,
to the
date
shape
night that they went
and
on.
consistency of their bowel movement.
Everything. I mean, literally everything. And then you have like that third part of the trifecta, which is being the consumer of it. And you're just watching and comparing everything that you are seeing. And you're also just drowning in information fatigue and other people's lives fatigues.
Yep.
I think what my breaking point was a while back was watching these exceptionally wealthy, in my case, it's mostly women. I'm sure there's men that do this too. Women doing their Christmas haul and opening and unboxing Louis Vuittons and Hermes and fucking puppy dog shaped, Louis Vuitton bags. And I'm like, what the fuck? Same. Could give two flying fucks. And I'm just like, this is the dumbest shit. Truly. Stupid. And I it was just so stupid. I'm like, and then, I'd go past that and it's like 2026, the year of the analog. And I'm like, I'm so thrilled about this.
God.
Something else that Michelle and I read an amazing article. I've never heard of this platform before. It sounds like it's pronounced Ayers, and it's mostly fashion. It's like a fashion website. And the title is Why Everyone is Logging Off to Look in 2026. And they did an incredible job of dissecting the fatigue of being online and how people are now craving, especially the Gen Zers who their childhood, teen years, and early adulthood have been on screens. And now for many of us, and of course the generations below us, screens are part of our lives. And people are now looking more for internal validation, more so than this external validation.
Doing something for the
likes,
for the comment.
Doing things, making a life just for fucking strangers say, love what you're doing. What the fuck? Yeah, so love that.
It's like the consumer, we're getting smart again and recognizing the design behind the algorithm and the like and the dopamine hit.
Oh.
There's other ways to get the dopamine hit.
And it's from yourself.
And it's internal.
It's internal.
Yeah.
Something else that I love yes.
I have a tidbit that I heard recently.
Please share it.
I don't want to interrupt you.
No, interrupt.
Please.
You come with wisdom.
I saw something recently, a guy talking about discipline, and he was saying that discipline is valuing the dopamine of your future self over the dopamine of your present self.
Oh.
Wait, say it again. Say it again. Discipline is.
Discipline is valuing the dopamine of your future self
Okay.
rather than the dopamine of your present self.
Which is talking to the immediate gratification.
Yes.
Got it.
So basically, like, how can I be the source now of dopamine for myself in the future?
Oh, I love that.
Like setting things up for, like we sort of do it, on Sundays, setting things up for Monday. So then Monday, your future self comes in like, oh, wow.
Yeah, your dopamine gets slapped because you're like, yes.
Or leaving little notes for yourself. Or he says sometimes he'll put money, like a $20 bill or a $100 bill in like a winter jacket.
I love that.
And then then when you get to it, you find you forgot about it.
And it's a dopamine hit. It's
Or
I
I'm thinking
love
about
it, Ann.
more like long-term efforts, like
Yes.
writing a book or writing
Yes.
a screenplay, like every single day working on that for the future final outcome, which is the finished product and the greatest dopamine hit of all times.
I'm kind of feeling about that with my Legree classes I'm taking.
Oh.
And I started the 6 a.m.s and it's kind of like I'm disciplining myself to do these things so that I'm feeling great and strong, months from now.
And also taking the sign that feeling excited to wake up to do that is a sign
happening.
to keep doing
It's
it.
happening.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Well, and I also think if you think about it, then the reverse of that is true. If you're valuing dopamine in the current moment, you're sort of creating anxiety and taking dopamine away from your future self.
100%.
In which case that future self has to
Work harder.
find instant or rely on instant gratification because there is none.
Just to sustain.
I really
So you
like
get-
that, Anthony.
that's a
Thank you for
deep
that nugget.
thought.
It is a
Deep
deep thought
Thoughts by
by
Jack
Thought
Handy.
by
By
Jack
Jack
Handy. And Lauren will give you one later for your thanks.
Dry, please.
Always
dry
dry.
only. One of the things that I loved that they acknowledged in this article are the oversharing, and that don't we value any private moments anymore. And I have drafted so many posts of Luna to share on my private and personal Instagram handle, and I've never posted them. And some of them are some of my most favorite photos of her. And there's something where I usually let my gut tell me, like, do I or don't I? And so many times my gut says, that's for you guys.
Exactly. And also why? Why am I sharing this? Am I sharing this for me? I feel you very much on that. I kind of align with it and I do that.
Yeah, and if I can explain that a little bit more, like Luna in her little Halloween costume, cute, fun, happy Halloween. A private moment of us, I have a photo of Anthony, myself, and Luna where we're on the beach in Florida looking out, and it's just such a special photo for us. It's beautiful. And would it get 500 likes? Of course it would. It's just such a beautiful, not really, it's like kind of a candid photo, that a selfie, but it just really has just turned out much more than that. And I'll never post it. It'll be framed in my home. And I'm like, because the world doesn't need to see that.
And also think about all the dopamine hits you get every time you walk
see
past
it.
it and see it.
Yes.
Rather that one time you get it,
And
you
then
post it
all
and it's
these
forgotten.
people, and then
it's done.
It's minimized
It's
by
so
them.
much
We
different.
would get a lot of likes though. I think we could get.
There we go again.
I'll have to show you later. It's one of those things. And, this whole idea of, there's kind of two things that we're talking about here. The logging off, the big thing that people are talking about is like not just logging off, it's more about the balance. We're seeking the balance between real life and digital life because we are so oversaturated and
overstimulated
by being digital. And we are trying to find the balance between having to work on our phones, have that social media presence if you want it. Of course, this is how you sign up for things and you buy things and whatnot. But we're really seeking the freedom of it. And
That's what it feels like.
And when you get freedom from digital devices, you start getting old fashioned again. And so,
and also the creativity begins to flow. You're not stifled by all of the overstimulation. You're free to think and create, and then it just comes out of you.
and you're free to have maybe for some people better mental health. That's another thing that this article, and I'm pretty sure a lot of us have experienced some mental health backlash from spending too much time. I know I
100%.
have. Mine is typically, my mental health deteriorates when I become overconsumed by what's happening in the world.
Yeah.
And I have figured out a balance. I usually find a way to bounce back and balance and whatnot. But I think that people just want the control because we feel like we are being controlled.
1,000%. Like my caring less about ACT and prepping for college. I could feel in my body, my stomach, like my body responds to anxiety with a knot in my stomach. And I could feel that. And I was like, why am I going to feed into this?
No.
And then cutting it off, it's gone.
Mm-hmm. So with that being said, I thought we can share a couple things that we are doing and have been doing to be a little bit more device free, and be a bit more analog-y. And as millennials, we were that really unique generation.
Speak for yourself.
Wait, what are you?
I'm Gen X.
You're Gen X. So
but I'm
Gen
like on
X,
the X, cusp.
Yeah, I think
you're on the cusp of millennial.
Yes, I'm on. Well, 81 to 9. What was it? 81 to 92. I looked it up the other day.
I've heard it
why
why
am I so confused by it constantly?
Because I think they do vary it between like, I've seen it include even as much as 80 millennial, but that doesn't sound right.
Millennials, they say, are 81 to 96.
Yeah, and I was born in 78.
And so you're Gen X, you said?
We're Gen Xers.
And you're Gen X.
Mm-hmm.
So just for shits and giggles, let's see what Gen X is. Gen X is 65 to 80.
Yeah, and then Boomer is right before Gen X, right?
Okay, yes. And so I guess Gen X and millennials are kind of that hybrid of analog and then digital, where the Gen Zers and Gen Zers are just
straight digital.
Got it. And boomers were late in life tech. Okay, got it. So with that being said,
boomers can't tell what's AI and what's not.
Oh God, and that's another thing. Honestly,
some Gen Xers can't either.
I mean, I'm pretty sure some millennials can't either. I'm like, you guys.
Maybe those 77,
78ers.
Yeah.
There are some people I'm posting. So I'm like, you guys, they've got 11 fingers. Why are you trusting this
and also
source?
Another reason to like kind of find something else to do besides spend time on your phone. Then you don't get yourself caught in those traps. You don't have to determine what's real and what's fake because you're spending less time doing real things in real time with your real own hands.
Totally. When I was graduating DePaul University, my commencement speaker's name was John Calloway, and I think he was a writer or columnist or news dude for like WTTW.
Okay.
And he kind of riffed off of David Letterman's top 10 list. And he was like, here's my top 10 for your future. This is what you should do. And one of the remarks that I always remembered was to get ink on your fingers, read the fucking newspaper. It meant something different
Dad
then.
used to always say that.
Yeah, it meant something different then, which meant just be informed. But now I look back at it and it's like literally pick up a paper.
Get ink on your fingers.
Get ink on your fingers. So that's something that I've carried that with me ever since. I should write him if he's still alive. A couple of things that I love doing that are more analog. I've got a planner. I'm obsessed with it. I did the Curation planner by St. Belford. If anyone's looking for a planner, I highly recommend this one. Vinyl records. They talk a lot about vinyl records now too. And vintage shopping, the idea, and you don't have to even go buy anything, but the idea that you're just out looking at something,
touching something
instead
feeling
of
it, smelling it. It's one of those things that appeals to all the senses, which is also very hygge.
Yes, very hygge, very analog, very offline.
Yep.
Bananagrams. Anthony and my favorite game. Like if we've got an hour to spare, don't even talk about it right now.
Your favorite game to cheat on?
Is she using her phone?
No.
To get check words?
Well,
So I've checked my words
You
a
guys,
couple
and
times.
just for reference for listeners that don't know, Bananagrams is sort of like a travel version of
Scrabble-ish.
Scrabble.
But travel,
And
you
those
can
same
do it
rules would apply. Yes,
I
if that's what you're
disagree with
asking.
you on that.
Same.
He told me
Sounds
that
like we've
Sue, S-O-U-S, like sous chef, wasn't a word.
Oh,
Did you check it?
yeah, I believe it said it wasn't a word, but
But we'll
let the
the
listeners
little middle
decide.
child have her way.
It was the one time I finally beat him. I'm like, F you, I'm taking this win and you're not going to take it from me.
Oh,
had some
sounds
other-
sore
you had
loser.
some other ones in there.
Sore loser. Okay.
Vintage shops, nature walks, reading books, magazines, crafting and creating.
Yum.
Michelle, what about you?
Well, every time around this year, we bust out a puzzle. So I'm working on one of those right now.
Are you still working on that little winter scene one?
Yeah, it's really hard, but but I've made some progress.
Okay.
Next time you come, you'll be like, you've made a little progress, but I mean, there's a couple. I've got a house there. It's like a really pretty winter puzzle with different sort of cozy houses with different
gorgeous.
colors. It's pretty, with like gold foiling detail. It's cute.
Yeah, I love a good gold foil.
Phone conversations, not avoiding the call to avoid the talk. I'm leaning into those conversations.
I love a good phone call.
And, as we just talked about earlier in this episode, like that for me is where you're going to get a full body, Michelle, So
you might have 3 to 5 interruptions, or I'll be like, Michelle, you still there? And you're like, I'm here.
I didn't say that the person on the other end has to also bring patience in the new year with my phone conversations, because children of this generation don't fucking understand that when you're on the phone, to be quiet. Whereas when I walked into the room,
we did not know.
What are you talking
Mom
about?
would yell at
She'd
us.
be like, I'm on the phone. And then I'd run away. If I'm like, I'm on the phone, my kids come
they
closer
still
and talk
come.
more.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Oh
You're
my
right.
God,
You're
it's so annoying.
Yeah, Mom actually would scare us.
She'd be like, get the hell. And we'd run for the hills. And sending snail mail, and I've used quite a few stamps already in this just early on in the new year. Those are just a few, to name a few.
I would love to talk about one real quick before we move on to our last segment. That we did recently. We asked. Can I disclose this? We asked if we could be on the cover of Hillgrove Avenue magazine.
Hell yeah.
We've been writing for that local magazine for years since it started, and we love writing for it, and it's been really such an opportunity. And you know what? I got a little itch in me at the end of the year last year, and I said we should be on the cover, and so I asked.
You did, and now we
and
will
the board
be.
accepted us. Thank you, Hillgrove, and thank you, Mike Ellis, our editor-in-chief. But actually, the woman who wrote our article, is like an old school friend of ours, Nora.
Like
and
literally, we've known her our entire life.
Our whole lives. And she was like, hey, can we hop on a call or a Zoom? And it was Michelle's idea, but we were on the same brain wavelength, and we were like, fuck it, you're coming over.
Yeah, I mean, you do only live, she lived 7 houses away.
She was going to Zoom from 7 houses away,
Nope.
so that was too weird for us. And she came over, and we had such a wonderful
the best time
with her. And I think that's another part of like logging off. Instead of like seeing someone via Zoom or just keeping your friendship to text, bring it in real life. Like really starting to nurture not only ourselves and mental health, but relationships, because you always see these things. And I saw some things recently about like, don't save the gratitude until a funeral. Don't save memories until a eulogy. Do it now.
I know. With that notion, I kind of am really feeling drawn to hosting, like bringing back the dinner party.
You're having company.
Having company.
Get those
and bringing in
S-cookies out.
Edamons. Bring in Edamons coffee cake.
Get an
just like
S-cookies.
Sebastian Maniscalco's family.
He talks about the S-cookies.
Wait, the Italian S-cookie?
The S-cookies.
From Entenmann's?
It's a different brand. It's like an Italian cookie, and they're
I
actually
can picture it.
so
Is it a butter
good.
cookie?
No, it's almost like it's almost got like a little spice or sugar to it. It's an S. It looks like a kind of like a drawn out S, and it's soft. It's so good.
Well, after we're done,
we're
I need to
gonna
look this
get
up.
some.
But those are the kinds of, and I think that is another example of the world as we see it now. Really people are over Zoom.
We're craving.
People are any chance I can get to have an opportunity to talk to somebody in person, I'm jumping.
Yeah, you're
on
game
it.
on for that.
Game on.
Yeah, so I hope that I'm hoping that our listeners too take advantage of this new movement, this revolution of really finding more balance. It's a stunning shift, and I think it's something the whole world is wanting. I'm so over it.
100%. Lauren, I'm going to a group tonight to continue on my work with the book, The Artist's Way. The first half is going to be a talk about that, like a book club almost.
Yeah.
Second half, bring your craft. Bring your
obsessed.
art. Bring your book.
Yeah, just do whatever.
Do whatever the F you want.
You're just not on your phone.
With a group
With
of
a
people.
group of other artists.
How lovely.
All right, now as we move on to our last and final segment, let's take an ad break. We are so thrilled to be partnered with the Posey Law Group this coming 3 months.
Yep.
So you'll be hearing us talk a lot about the Posey Law Group. We've been working closely with the Posey Law Group for several years now. But most recently, what we want to talk about is the PLG Maven program that Michelle and I were so fortunate enough to be a part of late last quarter, like the last quarter of last year.
The inaugural Maven program.
I remember Stephanie Posey, who is the founder and
she is the Posey
Law Group, and she invited us. And we decided to enroll in the 8-week small business leadership program for female founders. This is
I love how you say for female founders. Our little feminists.
Yeah, you gotta sneak it in there here and there. So here's what the Maven program, and what were we calling it? We did the Maiden Maven because it was the first voyage.
Cohort.
And it was freaking awesome. So
small but mighty.
It covers everything from legal and financial strategy to marketing, branding, and leveling up your business operations. It's designed for women who want practical guidance, expert support, and community that understands the realities of building a business from the ground up. I absolutely love this experience. And if I can, I'll tell you why, Michelle.
I am all ears, Lauren.
Because we've been doing this for a long time, 10 years.
Over 10 years.
Yeah. And Stephanie Posey is our lawyer, and she's helped guide us amongst many different routes in our business. But this was a different type of opportunity. It was community-based. So you had other female founders, and you're hearing about their business and what they're doing. You're getting ideas, and you're supporting one another. And you kind of also build business relationships with them and friends.
And also, entrepreneurship can be a very lonely venture.
Yes.
So being able to be in a group with other people makes that experience less lonely.
Yep. And then the modules. So every week was a different module. Like we mentioned, sometimes you'd be talking about financial, legal, etc. And Michelle and I, as I mentioned, we've been doing this for 10 years, and we're doing a lot of things, and then we're not doing a lot of things. And the two things I loved about this Maven program was that we were reminded that, okay, we're on the right path for some things. We're like, oh, we did it. Thank God. So there's a lot of validation in the hard work that we're doing. And then there's the shit, we got to do that.
There's some holes.
There's some holes. And it's so cool to learn what those holes are, because honestly, if we didn't do something like this, we wouldn't know what
just
holes
walking around
we had.
wondering.
Wondering.
Thanks to the Maven cohort, we're walking around knowing.
Yeah. And there's really nothing like this that I've ever come across. You have like these master classes and whatnot, and not to poo-poo those, but there's something different about working. A lot of the people that you work with, the female founders within the group, are local. So like, them or you've heard about them. It's and Stephanie Posey she's a woman in LaGrange. You know her. She's got a wonderful business. She's not some random that you find on the internet like we were just talking about. This is like a real life situation. So if you are a female founder looking to take your business to the next level in 2026, we cannot recommend the PLG Maven program enough. The next session begins January 20th. So, and spots are limited. So get on it, you guys. There's still room. Cozy Conversation listeners will get a 10% off discount with the code CozyMaven. And to sign up, visit plgmaven.com today.
Love it.
Thank you, Posey Law Group, for partnering up and sponsoring our podcast. All right, moving on to reading, watching, and listening to. Michelle and I both destroyed The Correspondent by Virginia Evans.
Kind of destroyed me.
It was a book that at a certain point I threw it and tears squirted out of my eyes several times.
Whoa.
Hello.
We've got a flaccid mic.
Several times.
Unbelievable.
It has inspired you to write a ton more. I found it to be probably my top 3 books of 2025.
Same.
In fact, Stephanie Posey is one of the ones that recommended it.
She's responsible for the rec.
She is.
I was so curious when I cracked that book open. I believed everybody when they said you have to read this. There were too many people saying you have to read it for it not to be good. The way the author weaved in the nuggets of what we all learned about this person and her life and the relationships that she had and the struggles and the loss and the heartwarming moments. It was just perfectly written, and I didn't want it to end.
No, I didn't either. It's a book that I was like, I didn't need to get to the end. I wanted to see more of her correspondence and just learn more about the relationships that she was navigating, because there was a lot of that.
And then also, weren't you feeling like this was one of the coziest reads that you've ever read? Like, I was in my mind seeing this play out in film, and just what a soothing, beautiful, calming force it was it was one that lowered the BP, broke my heart wide open, but I felt all the feels every single turn of the page.
I think it was cozy because it was what we call an epistolary, I think I'm saying that right, epistolary book, which is a book, it's a literary work it's all letters.
And in this case, emails.
One of my favorite relationships that she had was with the gentleman that she worked with at the genealogy. I can't remember his name, but I think he was Syrian or something. And she befriended a random customer service rep and then helped him get a job.
And that to me was such a big moment and a lesson to every person that reads this, because it just showed that even a million miles away in a different country, corresponding, not even knowing what that person looks like, you can help people.
Mm-hmm. It was beautiful.
It.
Would I like it? I mean, is it for?
Yes.
I think anyone would like it. It's a fast read because, like we mentioned, it's not like long chapters. It's like a page or two per letter. Maybe some were 3 or 4 pages. You would rip through it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think you would be really inspired.
I do
by
too.
It, honestly.
Let's get you a copy. Great question. I think it's a book for everybody.
Absolutely.
And it really navigates, like you said, like the grief setting, the relationship setting, the mistakes.
The misunderstanding too. And that was another big thing in the relationship with her daughter. And that really got me to thinking about my relationship with my people in my life. You don't know what you don't know.
No.
And sometimes it takes this simple act of maybe writing to share that clears the air and sort of erases all of the things that you ever thought and conjured up in your mind because you just didn't know.
I could cry thinking about that book.
I know.
It's a wonderful book. I highly, we endorse this book.
Stamp of
approval, the Sister Project Book Club. Like Oprah's book club, Reese's
stamp.
book club.
Katie Couric has publicly invited the author Virginia Evans. Is her name Virginia Evans?
Yeah.
She publicly invited her.
We gotta start doing that.
First author of her book club.
Cool.
It was very cute.
It was so good, you guys. Read it and let us know. We'll move quickly through watching and listening to. I watched The Beast in Me starring Claire Danes and what's his name? Matthew Reese.
Matthew Reese.
He starred in The American with Kerry Russell and Claire Danes as Claire Danes.
Yeah.
Obsessed, couldn't stop. We binged it. I want more. The most fucked up, intense show. And it was one of my favorite shows of 2025.
It was good. It was better than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, you quit it.
I just it fizzled out for me.
How?
Because again, guys, I watch things at night and I'm really tired, but I did not dislike it. I was into it.
It was phenomenal. I mean, it's really intense and it gets kind of actually quite gory in certain parts.
Does Claire ever make out with him in the end?
No.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I hope, no, spoiler alert.
Okay.
No. So fabulous.
It's such an interesting friendship.
I'm obsessed. Oh, but wait.
Yeah, I think that's why it works.
That's why it works.
Yeah.
But you got to watch it to really realize where it goes with it. He's insane.
Yeah.
He's insane.
He's insane, Niles.
It gets crazier for sure.
Oh, it gets nuts.
Yeah.
Can you do me a favor?
Yeah.
If I promise to finish watching it.
Are you going to finish? She's going to make me watch. And it's not that you're making me. It's just never
Pluribus?
something. No, Taylor Swift.
But listen, okay. Out of all
because
of the
I want to watch
content-
people kill one another.
Okay. But maybe, just consider maybe for a second that this docuseries will make you see in a different light, like what goodness and goodwill towards others.
Taylor Swift?
Just like, I'm not trying to, not like
No,
saying
I don't
that you
thi-
don't
I don't-
think
I don't
that she
dislike
isn't
her.
that. I know. It's just a fucking good vibes bong, like 6-foot bong hit.
I know, but
Good
I watch
vibes,
bad.
6-foot bong
bad
hit.
vibes bong hits.
I know,
dude.
but sometimes I bend for you, and sometimes
I feel like you're more into like you want to see the Led Zeppelin doc or like the old.
like just to see the production behind what she did, which is massive.
Yeah.
And also
It's not that go
who
ahead.
she is as a person is fucking incredible.
I wanna
She's brilliant.
I don't disagree with that at all. I'll
Just
watch one.
watch an
I'll
episode
watch
or
one to
two.
see. And it's truly nothing against her. It's just I like to lean into things that I'm really interested in, and it's serial killers, classic rock, and I don't know.
And look at me shaking my head like I've got like some sort of a shake. Okay.
So you
I
do
watched
recommend Taylor Swift?
I binged it in 2 sittings. Kept me up. It's the funniest thing. Eyes wide open. That's also a movie. Or was it Eyes Wide Shut?
Eyes Wide Shut.
Either way, I'm not going to watch that whole thing. I'm
It's a good holiday
obsessed.
movie.
I'm pissed off that I didn't pay $1,000 for
Really?
a ticket. Yep. Because I believe that she is a generational creator. Like she's a once in a generation type of a person. And, her big FU to the music industry by masterminding this epic production that was what kind of enabled, it wasn't kind of, it enabled her to buy back her music,
which is awesome.
Unheard of.
Yes.
And literally the most badass thing you can do.
Mm-hmm.
I just watch it, read the correspondent, watch Taylor Swift's docuseries.
Now we're fighting over whose show you should watch. I'm saying watch The Beast in Me.
And watch that. And here's me. See,
But
where
I don't
Lauren
have all
doesn't
that
bend,
time.
I bend too.
It's just about time management.
It's about prioritizing what you want.
Exactly. And I want to watch.
When people say I don't have time, that is the underlying message for
I don't wanna watch it.
want to do that.
You're
That's
right.
like when I
I'm
ask
sorry.
people, do you read? I don't have time. Do you listen to a podcast? I don't have time. No, you're not prioritizing.
You're right. I'm
that.
not prioritizing.
So just say what you're doing.
I don't want to watch it.
Thank you. Moving on.
I am listening to, this came by way of my friend Casey, who she just has some nuggets. And she was like, listen, you got to listen to.
Yep. More
when
low vibes, guys.
Whatever. When
Here
the wolves.
comes.
Doesn't matter.
Listen to this title. What is the title?
When the Wolves Came.
Yep.
And it really is it's another podcast about evangelical Christian nationalism. And it's my ongoing obsession. But let me say something. It helps me understand why our social media feeds and our world looks like the way that it does in our country. So it's helping me understand, digest, gather information, be less pissed off and more informed. Also balances so I don't have to look at the fucking shit on Instagram. It's like, no, I'm understanding more.
You're going to get the info that you need and then cut it off at the hip.
Yeah, but let me tell you something. It is mind-blowing.
Give me one mind-blowing nugget. Give me one nugget that'll blow my pants off.
There's so many, like I could barely
like which one was a leaderboard for you?
When a pastor at a church gave a sermon that he gave for several times in the past 10 years, talking about immigrants and bringing them, helping them and helping thy neighbor, when his parishioners and other people of the church said, you can't bring that liberal bullshit into this church.
A parishioner of a church.
Parishioners and other leaders in the church, your Marxist and liberal bullshit aren't welcomed in this church. And he said, this is the same sermon I've given this. This is a service. We talk about this regularly. What has changed? And this all changed, as you can imagine, after 2016. But really, we are focusing a lot on the time from COVID and thereafter.
Yeah.
And it is mind-blowing and it's exceptionally informative. And it really goes to show how propaganda works and how religion is being intermixed with government. And it's honestly a podcast that if you're really curious about why we are where we are, you got to listen to it.
I am. Yeah. And unlike you, even though it's not like a priority in my life, I am curious and I'm going to listen to it on my way home. I said I would watch
and you
one
episode.
I don't believe you. Liar.
I love you. At least you know.
I do.
Michelle, what is your simple joy of this past week?
I received, the kind of like bleeds into the break, but I received not one, but two of the sweetest handwritten notes from Mia.
Bless.
One for Christmas and one for my birthday. And they made me literally
Did you
cry.
Okay.
Because it's so funny, like when you're on the front lines of raising 17-year-olds, they're not very verbal. right now you guys are in the chatty Cathy stage. Okay?
Chatty.
You guys got the question stage, the IC stage, the what is that?
Yelling at us.
Oh.
It's all your fault.
Yeah, it's all your fault. That's her. That's the other
Well,
stage
that does
we're in.
stay. That does.
Yeah, I'm
that
assuming
actually,
doesn't
that
go.
one actually just rides off into the sunset with the parent children rearing. But 17-year-olds aren't super verbal. They don't talk. They're not getting a lot of feeling from them, and so there's. It's not like wonder. Like I'm not like, what does Mia think of me? Or like, how am I delivering on the parenting front? How is that being received? But to have her write what she wrote to me was just it just sort of reminded me that even though we're kind of in this parenting kid phase of the journey, the impact is being made and there's like this genuine love and it makes me happy to know that my daughter feels like safe and loved and like I've got her back.
Amazing.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. It sounds
Almost
like you were
going to cry.
I can see it. I can see the tears welling up right now.
Because soon they'll be gone.
But you've been filled with the correspondent. Correspondence is your word. I mean, that is like your word of 2026.
The word of the year.
And I have to say, I love that that's your word and it's not like growth or, the words that you see, growth, money.
Yeah, you want to know why? Because I feel good. Like, honestly, like I fucking feel great.
Yeah, but your word is more about like nurturing your relationships.
Yes. And also, when
maybe meeting new people.
1,000%, Lauren. I told Mia, just to round that out, I told her, I said, Mia, if you never, ever gave me anything but wrote me a letter.
Oh,
that is all I want in the world from you.
Free 99.
Health, happiness.
And a letter.
And a letter from you.
Beautiful.
Amen. For all those churchgoers out there.
Wait.
No.
Last one for me is there's so many church banger memes over the holidays.
It has infiltrated.
The one was that Gloria is 7. I think it's 7 or 8 symbols. Gloria. Oh, I think it was 14.
In excelsis Deo. Okay.
What does that even mean?
No clue. It's Latin.
Is it?
I think.
Wow.
Sounds like it.
My simple pleasure was taking down my Christmas decor and keeping up my winter decor.
Love it.
So we'd get down, the colors, the greens and the reds. My tree is still up.
Yep.
And if you blow,
there are some needles.
If you breathe near it, though, that might be the last.
I swear to God, Ryan and I drove past a tree on our block, and Ryan goes, Michelle, there is not a single fucking needle on that tree. Not one needle.
Probably because there was a cat in the house or something, but our tree is still up and it's lit when, we're home. And I'm just, it's I love it. I love it. I think I said last year, I'm extending the holiday season and now we're in winter mode and I'm head first.
And there's no shame in your game.
There's
no
shame.
judgment, no shame in your game. And I'm hearing you're not the only one doing it.
No, I'm not. And some people like legit have their Christmas decor up and I'm here
and
for that
good
too.
For them. We also kind of got robbed. It was a short season between Thanksgiving because Thanksgiving was very late.
Yes.
So,
yes.
We're kind of, you're reclaiming a little bit of what you thought you didn't get.
From me.
Get it.
You guys, as we wrap up, Happy New Year. We are so thrilled that you are here. Thank you to the Posey Law Group for sponsoring us. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel on YouTube. You should be watching us.
Totally. Like, listen, here's the deal. You're listening right now. So you're a fan.
Yeah.
You're a whiff.
Turn us on.
But
we'll turn you on.
Damn it. Watch it.
And as always, ladies and gentlemen,
stay cozy, whiff.